Greetings! This is Divulged, and I'm going to draw a wasp. I already have a bee drawing, but this one will be slightly different because it's a different animal. I'm also going to change the background for this one. I think the background will be purple. Or it could be this color. I apologize for some of the difficulties with the audio, which has led to me not uploading some videos because they were damaged. But hopefully that will not continue to keep happening. So I think I'll do the shadow first and then get to the actual wasp. It's going to be an abdomen, thorax, head, some legs, some wings. Kind of extend it back because it's a shadow. The leg here. Fill it in. And it's thinner. I am going crazy right now. I've had to stay off my knee and I don't know what to do. I keep hearing all this amazing music and I need to stop listening to music because it makes me want to bounce around and dance, but I just can't stop. Speaking of good music, Oscillator X has good music, and if you're unfamiliar with them, then I feel sorry for you because you're missing out on life. Okay, time for the wasp. Here is the actual abdomen. Unlike the bee drawing, which is currently the picture that I'm using to display myself, the wasp has this arch to its body. So the abdomen goes all the way up here, and then it almost looks disconnected from the thorax. And the head is also more disconnected and more triangular. This should actually be bigger. It should be here. I'll start the stripe in the abdomen here. Another stripe. Another one. And I'm going to make these more distinguished later with the finer line. This was the yellow I was using. It appears to be so. I can feel myself getting weaker. All this sitting, I hate all this sitting. I have to move around. I'm still fidgeting, but I'm not jumping around. I'm not dancing. And I probably won't get to go skydiving on Sunday. Grrr. Injuries are not fun. I will learn from my mistake and not let endorphins make me feel invincible. And be cautious. Stop and slow down next time. Emphasis on the stopping. That's what I didn't do. Underneath, there's a lighter yellow, but it's more of a tan color. I'm carefully adding that in without it appearing too light. And there's a dot here, here, and it's actually around the face too. There's this really fun shape that I'm having a difficult time choosing which size I want to use, because it's somewhere in between, really, doing the size I'm currently using and the smaller one. This is the eye here. Compound insect eyes. I wish I had compound eyes. That would be so awesome. I could see so much. I'd be able to see all this motion around me. I love motion. In case you couldn't tell by me complaining about sitting down. There's the face. And I'm going to start on the shading. This will be the darker yellow. And then I'll use this bright yellow over here. Highlights. Is there anything specific that you want to see? Let me know in a comment. I can't guarantee that I would get a specific word because it seems to be randomized in Draw Something. But if there really is something specific, let me know. I will try. Or if there's a specific technique that you want to see, or maybe a category like I had the zombie drawing. Maybe you want more monsters. Maybe more animals. Now I'm drawing a bee. Before I was drawing blue jay. Let me know. Whoever is out there. I'm just talking to myself right now. The crazy person. Well, I don't know if I just said crazy. Not really the correct word. I'm talking to myself like a schizophrenic person. Except eventually someone will be listening. Don't know who. Don't know who you are, most of you. And a little bit is showing here. It looks like the wasp has some yellow on the eye itself. I'll continue that here. And it actually goes all the way back. And then I'll use the dark gray to start outlining the distinct shape of the head from the thorax. Then I'll switch to my stylus to get some details in. This really hurts my. It doesn't hurt, but it makes my finger feel raw and overused if I keep poking the screen like this. It sounds so weird. Stop, stop, stop. And of course, insects have little hairs. Their skeletons, their exoskeleton. And in this case, they're actually yellow. They're kind of a darker brownish yellow, but they are yellow. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to show that. I think I'll start out having them be brown and then have the yellow at the end. Because then it will blend in more with all the gray dots. Start with this brown. And then I'll have the hairs. Actually, no. I'm going to wait on the hairs because there is a wing that's farther away from this perspective that I would have to draw first. Are my videos too long? Let me know. Maybe someone wants to see me do a really quick drawing. As quickly as possible. Getting as much detail in as little as time as possible. Maybe. I don't know. Let me know. Here's more of the tan color. I never understood why people came up with all these fancy names for color. I remember in cosmetology school, I had this assignment for fashion related stuff, I guess, and the theme that I received was camel. Other people got fun topics like lace. No, my topic was camel. Not the animal, the color. Camels are farm animals in the countries that they're native to. So that's like if someone came out with a bunch of black and white stuff and started calling it cow in countries that don't have black and white cows because, ooh, that's so fancy. It's tan. It's off-white. It's khaki. Or perhaps tacky. Camel? No. More dots. I've noticed that I've been utilizing dots more. I used to not. I think this has to do with getting this stylus. I've only had it for about a week. And yellow dots should not be on the black stripes. And let's add some white for some super shiny parts. Actually, I don't think that this tan color is quite light enough. I'm going to use this pale pink. This has to be my least favorite color ever. Pale pink. It's useful for this because it works with this color scheme. Compared to the yellow, it's just light. But on its own, I don't like light pink. face has some stripes as well. There's a long one, like a goatee over here. So I want to put that like this. It should actually be thinner. I can go back and make it thinner. I don't like how that peach looks anymore. I think I will just stylize this wasp the way I want it to be. That doesn't look right either. I'm going back. That looks correct. Much better. By layering it, I have the color I want. Shininess. Oh, I did not mean to go back that far. Then I need to add shine to the eye. That underneath. Here. Here. Finally the white. Oh, it's really shiny. Look at that. You can see everything. It's a wasp. What is your favorite insect? I think my favorite insect is probably a bee. I used to like bees, of course, but not really like bees. But ever since I started learning a lot more about them, I became somewhat obsessed with bees. Fascinating. The way only the queen bee has fully mature ovaries gives her the power to have an electrolytic surface which increases the charge in her antennae. And she's supercharged, and the bees use the electrical charges to navigate. So when it's sunny, they have positive charge. When it's cloudy, they have a negative charge. When it's storming, I think they alternate back and forth. Just really agitated. But anyway, this is not a bee, this is a wasp. The person I'm playing with, Bloodnell, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, is a pretty good artist. You should play with this person. And if any of you want to play with me, I have used up all 30 of my games. But you can try. I'm sure eventually someone will quit, or I might quit a game. It happens. Abdomen must be pointy. This needs to be smoother. Then I'll add... Oh no, that's the wrong gray. I'll get to that gray later. Add a highlight here. And some more, but this isn't quite as shiny as the rest of it. Not as shiny as the face. And a little bit of the lip. Actually, that might be too much. Okay. Then I'll do the antennae. One goes this way. And the other one is actually coming forward. That. That doesn't look right. What if I make it come up like that? That looks right. And this should. There's a thicker portion here. And then something rigid. Okay, there's one antenna. Other antenna. And the antenna that I drew initially is actually shinier than the second one. Then I'll draw the wings. The wings of the wasp are actually kind of orange. Like this color. This comes out like that. Now on the inside, it's a slightly darker color than the background. They're not really transparent, they're translucent. That looks too dark, so I'll have to go back at the background color. Make it lighter and streamier. The orange, thinner. That's right. This orange? Yes. And there are cells, I don't know what to call them, I made that up. Within the wing, there's sections. So I'll make this orange. And this come out as orange. And there's a darker color in there too. I'm going to use a dark gray. Just making some lines. Then I'll go around and make them thinner. That's better. Now I will do the fur. I'll use this brown. Actually, that looks good. That's orangey enough. The wasp needs to get a wax. Fairy wasp. Hair's out here too. Speaking of hair, let's talk about pubic hair. How do you trim your pubic hair? Do you not trim your pubic hair? You wax your pubic hair? You shave your pubic hair? I just trim my pubic hair because it's better for vaginal health to have some hair, but I don't want a lot of hair. I'm just talking to myself, hoping someone will listen eventually. That's Hairy Wasp. And next I will draw the legs. The legs end in the orange color, so there's a foot that's over here, and it's orange. So that's all you can see. But I'll add a little bit of yellow so you can tell that it transitions from yellow to orange. But it actually starts out black. So on this side, it starts here. Comes a triangle. I'm about to sneeze. Sorry about that. That was... I hope that doesn't sound too bad. I'm so sorry. There's the first part of the leg. And I'll continue with the other two so that I don't have to scroll back and forth through all the colors. This is obviously not the entire leg. This is just the part that's black. Then it goes yellow. And there's some yellow up here at the joints. So then it comes up here. There's another joint. There's a little spine. And then the foot comes down here. And that is where it goes orange. Fixing it. Okay. So that leg is almost done. This needs to be thicker. And then there's this leg. Look at that B extend. I said B. I messed that up. I'm so sorry. I drew a B a few weeks ago, as you can see. and I'm kind of obsessed with bees. Have been for a few months. I know this is a wasp. I just can't stop thinking about bees. Bees are so cool. But colony collapse syndrome is a problem, and we need to fix that. It's wrong to harm the environment that way. Humans are just bad. And I'll draw the joints. I'll make it shiny. Really shiny. And then I'll do the last leg. The good thing about insect legs is that they already come pre-sectioned. So you can just look at the general shape, and once you get that outline, you go back and fill it in and add some shading, and that's it. Mammal legs can get more complicated. Well, I guess a lot of animal legs can get more complicated. I would say insect legs are the easiest animal appendages to draw. In my opinion. I'm sure other people have different opinions. It's a personal thing. Oh no. Okay, good. I don't know what happened there. But as you could see, with whatever happened there, it's important to draw just a little bit at a time. That way, if you make a mistake, or if your screen just goes crazy on you, it's okay, you can go back. You don't have to erase the whole thing, just a little piece. Getting close to being done. Here's the last wing. Comes out here. No, that is way too wide. Okay. Now here I have to be really careful. I want it to look darker, but you can see all the detail of the abdomen in there, and I don't want to lose that. So I will put the gray here. I'll go back and erase some of it to make it match the initial wing. Make this thinner to make it match. And then on the inside, I'm not going to touch it. I might change my mind if it doesn't look right, but as of right now, I will leave that part alone. I'm just going to add lines. Yeah, I'm definitely leaving that alone. Follow up with the darker gray. I actually made this wing too short. You can extend it pretty easily. And I think my volume just showed up, I don't know why. Must have accidentally pressed it. Go away, volume. I don't want you. Wasp. Wasps are my friends. I'm one of those people that picks up animals that get inside of buildings and puts them outside. Even wasps. Taken wasps out before. They're so cute. Is it done? Now there's a joint at the base of the wing that I have to draw. It's really shiny. There it is. The white on this leg is coming out too far. Now it's almost gone. Smoother. I'm going to miss out on the screaming goats tonight. It's supposed to be screaming goats and dancing, and I'll be at home with my knee. Now I think I'm done. Yes, that is a wasp. I'm going to send it to Blood Nell. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.